Hi, this is Matthew. Going to talk about the next Chicago album. We go to 2013 for something I have never heard of called The Nashville Sessions. It apparently is an album of covers of earlier stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't know about it, and at the time in 2013 that would not have interested me in covers. Now I want to hear it. Unfortunately, again, I don't have it, so I can't listen to my own copy. I can't stream it either. It's not on Apple Music. You look on YouTube and there's someone that supposedly has it, but the playlist is hidden, so I have no idea what it is. I looked there and I looked even on like things that Spotify claims to have it on a Google search. It does not. It is people who have made the album, they have a playlist, called it that album, and then gone in to other albums and taken out stuff from that album that matches the songs on that album. But they're, live recordings from earlier albums or like studio versions from other albums or, remastered versions. It's not the actual album. I don't like that kind of thing. I never have. It's very frustrating because I would like to hear this and I can't because it's not available and I don't own it. So I can't hear this. I have no idea what it's like. I hope it's good. It would probably need to hear different covers and how you might do them 30 plus years later with, newer technology, and you maybe wanted to try a new arrangement, or you wanted to change something, or, change how it sounds, or speed it up or slow it down. All that kind of stuff you do with cover versions or re-recorded versions. I think apparently from what I can tell from Reddit posts, this was made so they could use it in movies and commercials. For some reason, I don't know why, because they wrote and recorded this stuff. They're owned by labels, but they have their own stuff at this point. So why would you make, I don't understand. Probably someone did use a song in a movie or something, and another movie used the original. I've never heard a Chicago song in any movie I've ever seen that I know about. So I don't know what movie these people were looking at, and then it went into, how, maybe they're not on these things because of how people treated band members and how the band treated other people. I don't know. I have no idea. I know nothing about it, but just to say that we will only be able to talk about this one and the next one because the same issue occurs. We'll get into that in a second. I do have the other. Finding it's not easy. We'll talk about it. There's some neat stuff on here. A nice batch of, from their golden era, as it were. Kind of anything before '82, basically, is kind of up for grabs here. A neat bunch of stuff. I wish I could hear it. I'd like to hear it. I think we have the same members. I think the guy from the previous thing is gone from that Christmas album. He's not here now. We have just the core lineup of people we've had for a good long time, so we don't have an extra vocalist. Just have our core people that we've had for quite a while now, since the early 90s or so. We start with we have 25 for 624. I don't know who did vocals on these. It doesn't say, which is really sad. It would be fun to see if, I'm assuming Shep probably did all the Cetera stuff, but obviously hearing the new album live, this is kind of a cool idea. Another cool thing would have been to have done a live album of this as well. But none of them are available. I don't know if it's the band or the labels or what, but they don't exist. Apparently Now did. I think it was Now, maybe this one existed. So one of them existed. Somebody had it in their music library, and they went back, and it wasn't there. So then we go to Make Me Smile. Feeling Stronger Every Day, which I always do like. Apparently somebody really liked that version on a Reddit post, on a forum I was looking at. Just trying to Google what was going on, but I didn't really get any information, which is sad. Beginnings is next. We don't have times either. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, it's a much short. It's maybe a little shorter than the original, but I'm not sure. Then Saturday in the Park. Followed by Color My World. Does anybody really know what time it is? Question 67 to 68. All good choices. And then Old Days, which I've always liked. Oh, no, that's the one he liked in this post. I assume it was a guy, but I'm not sure. Old Days is what the person wanted to hear again. I hope they have strings in it, because, yeah, that really puts it up in another notch to me. Just You and Me. Call on Me. I always liked that one, especially the Latin section at the end. Then Another Rainy Day in New York City. Kind of an unusual choice, but I do like that one. Kind of an unusual place to go. And then we have No Till Lover. That still makes sense. And then we have I've Been Searching So Long. Again, a good one. But these are all pretty good. These are really good choices. And then Alive Again, which also is good. And yeah, that's the album. I think we can get our personnel here. It'll be very. All we have is we have Robert Lamb on keyboards, lead and backing vocals, Lee Loughlin on trumpet, of course, James Pankow on trombone, Walter Perazito on woodwinds, Jason Schiff bass, lead and backing vocals. Again, I know he'll leave in 16, but I think we have one more album with him. I'm sad about that. I really liked him doing Cetera, and I like Bill Champlain too. I guess because I saw them live, I guess I have a soft spot for this lineup. All the lineups have good things that I like about them, and people I like, and sounds they had. And Tris Eminem is on drums and percussion still. Keith Howland is still on guitar, lead and backing vocals. And they just are production people on this one. Kevin Beamish, recording and mix engineer. Matt Coles, overdub engineer. Adam Neen, overdub engineer. Keith Howland, overdub engineer, so he got to do some engineering work as well as play guitar and stuff. Do some vocal work. Jason Shep, overdub engineer also, so that's cool. I guess that kind of makes some sense. And that is it. I forget, does it say where this was recorded? I think it's in between tour things. Let me double see if I can find it. It's a place I've been before. I think it was this album. Let me double check here. If I can find this on the Wikipedia article. Oh, come on, let's see here. Just a second here. No, is that the sound creature between touring stops, which I think, yeah, a few albums have been made there as of late at this point. So yeah, it makes sense. Familiar place to go, and you know what you're doing. You can kind of get in there and get stuff accomplished. You don't have to worry about a new space or anything because you've been there before. In and out. It's in Nashville. You're probably in Nashville anyway for some stuff, so why not go ahead and just use it? So it makes sense to me. I wish I could hear this, but I have not found it. I have looked. I have tried to find it, and I don't really know what else to do. So I'll make a brief one about this one, and the next one will go to 20. Let me double check that date on that one. That is one I do own, but I got it later. There were several albums that came, some live albums I got along with it, and I'm like, I knew I had something. Back in 2014, so I think, but I got it well after that, because of some live albums I found. I think Live at 75 was one of them, and then there'll be a Live at Japan, which I hope I can talk about. I think that one is available, and this one, which is not going to be. Just with me having to move a few years back, I just buried in boxes, and I don't really know where to look, and it would take more time to find it than it would to listen, I think at this point. But We'll do that one next time, though. In the next video, we will see what that one is in the next one.